it gives me immense pleasure to welcome the leader of the Labour Party and the next Prime Minister of Great Britain.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Fatin, Ian, Chrissy, Danielle, Leslie, Matt and Ria, for all that you've just said. What a brilliant, brilliant team of young candidates to go to Parliament on behalf of our party. And how proud I will be to work with them in the next Parliament that will be one that will transform the lives of everybody in our country. And I thank all of the others that are here this evening. In particular, I thank my good friend Alex Rowley, Deputy Leader of our party in Scotland. And all of you who've come along tonight. The last time I was in this wonderful fruit market, it was a very long and very hot evening. A bit like tonight. Don't worry, I'm not going to be that long, it's all right. It's all right, guys. You'll meet your deadlines. We ended the evening in a wonderful Glasgow tradition of singing Bandera Rosa in Italian. So thank you all for coming, and thank you for all you're doing for our party. But friends, first of all, let's reflect on this week's tragic and horrific events in Manchester. None of us here can understand why any human being would walk into a concert hall full of young people and children and act in the grotesque and depraved way that that person did. It was a horrific act of inexplicable violence against innocent people who were intent only on enjoying a concert and spending time with friends and family. We cannot allow such acts of terror and hate to divide us. When I stood in Albert Square in the vigil, only 18 hours after the atrocity, there was a mood of the most unwavering defiance. The very act of thousands, and there were thousands of people coming together, sent a powerful message of solidarity and of love. It was a profound human impulse to stand together, caring and strong. And it was inspiring. In the past few days, we've all perhaps thought a bit more about our country, our communities and the people. What is totally clear is that goodness and decency and the best of humanity will overcome hate. That selfless sense of public service, decency and humanity was shown by our public service workers. Their dedication, their commitment, and the sense of responsibility to take care of others, of our ambulance men and women, our paramedics, our doctors, nurses, and all the staff working in our NHS, our firefighters, our police, and all those people by the countless acts of kindness, the community spirit, and the tremendous help and efforts of other people. The taxi drivers ferrying people around with their meters off, people taking people into their homes, and all other acts of kindness show the best and the strength and the depth of our humanity. They are the people of Manchester.
such attacks, such as the one at the Manchester Arena, could have happened anywhere, and that the people of any city, town, or village or community in Britain would have responded in exactly the same way. That is the country I meet on the streets every day. The human warmth, the basic decency and kindness. That is the country we seek to serve. It's our compassion that defines the country. And it's compassion that the bereaved families need most of all at this time. To them, in all their heartache, I say this, the whole country reaches out its arms to you. And we will be here for you, not just this week, but in the weeks and years to come, as the pain will never completely go away. Love is stronger than hate, and we will not allow the peddlers of hate and violence to divide our community. Let us stand together, united, and express again our love and solidarity with the people of that great city. I'm delighted to be here tonight in Scotland and to be among good friends. But I'm also delighted to be in Glasgow, a city that has so much in common with the great city of Manchester. Both the cities are known for their great football clubs. Yeah. Yes! Father Gunnar! Yes! Including Partick Thistle. Their culture, their music, their politics, which has given us so much, the Labour Party and trade union movement. And of course, for their people, who are well known for their strength, their resilience, and their humour. Yesterday, I was at Wembley. The team to be the underdogs won. It's also absolutely brilliant to be among such fantastic new and fresh representatives of our party. Well, their speech is just fantastic this time. The future of our party is in good hands. Standing across the country, that we have the talent, the enthusiasm, the commitment, the dedication to advance and achieve our positive vision for Scotland and for the whole of the country. What you heard is young and fresh candidates, and I'm proud to stand here alongside them tonight. I'm also proud of the campaign here in Scotland during this general election campaign, led by Kezia and Alex, this campaign to transform our country and win here in Scotland. Our party and our manifesto, for the many, not the few, is standing. It is what I believe to be the finest traditions of Scottish Labour. We're the party Keir Hardie, of Jimmy Maxton, and Jenny Leary. We're walking in the footsteps, and I hope they will be proud of us today. Campaign activities were suspended this week. It was important that we paused campaigning to remember the victims of last week's terrible events and to reflect on the horrors experienced by the people in the Manchester Arena. It was also vital that we helped to try and soothe the shock and sadness felt in the wider Manchester area and across the rest of the country. But my friends, we must always ensure that terrorism cannot and will never win. That means that we do not stop or compromise our values, and that we do not stop or indefinitely suspend the institutions that sustain and entrench those values. If we do, that will give succour to those who wish to attack us and want to divide us. Our democracy is one of those great institutions. This democratic process is a cherished expression of our society, and it's something that understands the importance of providing a voice for the voiceless and hope to those who want to see change and a better way. Fought and won for the right of all of the people to vote. We were at the centre of the struggle to create democracy, and we have and we should never ever compromise on our democracy. Today's event and the way the general election campaign restarted on Friday are an essential mark of our determination to defend democracy and the unity that terrorists have sought to attack. Terror will never prevent us going about our daily lives. We will not allow it to be allowed. Democracy is about deciding what kind of country we want to live in. It's right that we will still do this tonight. And for the remaining 10 days of this campaign, we have just 10 days left to all get out there and speak to people about the choice at this election and about the future of our country. So please, get out there and do everything you possibly can. This, my friends, is an historic opportunity to build the kind of society that transfers wealth and power to the many, offering hope to everyone. Values our public service, that invests in our national health service, our police, our schools, colleges and universities? Or do people want a country that manages the decline of public services, and a country that does not invest enough in our most essential services, and which systematically cuts resources for them? Do we want to live in a country that values our elderly people and the service and commitment they have made to our society, or do we want to live in a country that the rest of their lives with the dignity they deserve? A country that provides them with social care, that is sufficiently resourced and promptly cares for our older people when they need to be and when social care staff are paid what they deserve. A country that is committed to ensuring our policing is fit for the job, with the determination to have a safer Britain in a safer world. Or do we want to live in a country where our older people are not guaranteed a proper income, and a country which cuts funding for our police? I know what kind of country you want. I want to live in a country that invests in our police. That's why we promised an extra 10,000 police on the streets, which will provide additional resources to the Scottish Parliament to invest in Scotland, something I know that Scottish Labour is committed to. And I want to live in a country that invests in our public services, and a country that looks after our older people. I want to live in a country that builds social housing again. Yeah. On the other side, when they see people homeless in the shop doors. I want to live in a country that doesn't crush the hopes and dreams of our young people with debt and insecurity. That's why we've committed the biggest house building programme in recent memory, just as Scottish Labour has done with their commitment to build 60,000 homes in Scotland. We all surely want to live in a country that values work and the wealth creators on the shop floor, not the one that values the rigged system that helps the likes of Mike Ashley and Philip Green. £10 an hour. There's policy that will benefit nearly 500,000 people in Scotland. That's why, as Ian said, we've vowed to ban 0 hours contracts. And that will also benefit 60,000 workers in Scotland who currently don't know how much they will earn from one week to the next. That insecurity, waking up every morning, checking your mobile phone, seeing if your employer has been good enough to send you a text asking you to come and do some work that day. What kind of Only two parties can win this election. It's between the Labour Party offering hope, transformation and renewal of our society and a promise to become again a society of social justice and greater equality. Intent on managing the decline of our public services. A Tory party that cuts support and services to working people while cutting taxes for the very rich and for the biggest businesses. We can either tax the big corporations and the top 5% a bit more, or we can continue to pay the social price, the crisis in our NHS, stagnant wages, and a housing crisis. Let's be clear, that's what the Conservatives offer. 5 more years of the many paying the social price of an economy run for the few. The Tories try to hide it in their frankly dishonest manifesto, but the truth is now out. I quote, Britain would be subject to at least another 5 years of austerity. The figures in the Conservative manifesto are actually cuts in spending, and that means there's a risk to the quality of public services. Not my words, that's the damning verdict of the Institute of Fiscal Studies, the leading think tank on tax and spending. I'm glad the truth is out at last. And that's the reality of what a Tory government would mean. They won't reverse the tens of billions in tax giveaways to their wealthy friends, but they will impose on working people another big dose of austerity. I asked people in Scotland, who is it to be? A Labour Party for the many, not the few, or a Tory party only concerned with protecting its powerful and wealthy friends and donors to the Conservative Party? In Scotland, I know you have the anti-mention in the shape of the SNP. I've made my views absolutely clear over the past few months about their obsession with referendum, unwanted and unnecessary. It's a tragedy that Scots have not used the full powers of the Parliament to tackle poverty and inequality. Recent figures show that the number of children living in poverty have gone up 40,000. Hollywood and Westminster. Next, new stronger powers are available, powers the SNP demanded but refused to use to solve the problems on the doorstep. Our mission is first and foremost to make our country one that ends poverty and inequality and ensures the life chances of a child in Easterhouse or Postle Park are the same as those in Bearsden or the West End. Our mission is to wipe out the change. this great city of Glasgow and across every other city across the whole of our country. And it's only Labour's manifesto which will actually provide the billions of pounds of additional resources necessary for the Scottish Parliament that can achieve that in Scotland or in the rest of Britain. So, I say directly to those people who voted Tory or SNP, have a look at our manifesto, listen to our vision for our society, and compare that with the records of the SNP of Holyrood or the Tories at Westminster. I'm confident you will find that only Labour has a plan for an investment-driven economy that will deliver for the many, not the few. I'm very proud of our manifesto for lots of reasons. It's a comprehensive plan to transform Britain for the many, not the few. I'm particularly proud that it recognises and seeks to develop the imagination and inspiration of all of our people. We're here in the fruit market, which has seen so much artistic endeavour. Scotland has a powerful tradition of working class writers and artists who wrote with passion and experience as the voice of the downtrodden against the rich and powerful. That oppositional writing, from the poetry of Rabbie Burns to Irving Walsh, should inspire us all and show what we can achieve. That's why I'm so proud that our manifesto includes an arts pupil premium, so that every child can learn a musical instrument in school. Song that can inspire others and change lives in us. We will unleash our people's creativity. And that creativity of all of our people will help build a Britain for the many, not the few. Yes, our vision challenges the notion of Scottish independence, because we say that if we all stand together, things can and they will change. We are offering hope to the people of Britain who are crying out for it. Hope for young people wanting to go to university, but in some parts of Britain, for our hard-pressed public service workers whose wages decreased year on year under the Tories by lifting the pay cap in the public sector. Hope that local government and the essential services it provides will once again be properly resourced. No longer will we cut local government funding to the bone. Hope to those communities, far too many of whom have been left behind after their industries were killed off, as we ensure that people are paid properly and good quality jobs are created through the massive investment promised by our National Investment Bank. £20 billion worth of investment will be spent here in Scotland. Hope to pensioners as we protect the triple lock on pensions, properly resource social care and keep the winter a fuel allowance, and bring decency for what are known as the waspy women in the way that they've been treated. It's Labour that offers a vision that will fundamentally renew our society. Labour will renew our NHS, our schools, our social care system, our police, our fire service and our local government. We know well that we sink or swim together. Labour knows that to achieve a safer Britain and strive for a safer world means that we all have to stand together. When the Tories offer tax cuts to their rich friends, we say, let's make life livable for the many first.
let's tell the wealthy and big corporations, start paying the tax you owe. These are very simple choices, but choices that will make a difference to millions of people. And it's a simple choice before the country in this election. The Labour way of working for the good of the entire community, or the Tory way, which is perpetuating the grotesque levels of inequality that already exist within our society. We know which way works. The Labour way for the many, not the few. This election is an enormous opportunity for us to put our vision of a Britain for the many, not the few, into practice. We have 10 days to go, just 10 days to realise our hopes and dreams. This election is different because we, the Labour Party, are truly taking on the establishment and the whole economic consensus. Seen wealth flood to the top and hold back the rest of us. A political consensus allowed that economic consensus to thrive. That was what's known as transactional politics. Offer a little bit to Group A and a little bit to Group B and get just enough to hold. We're young, we're old, we're black, we're white, we're gay, we're straight, we're disabled, we're not disabled. We are men, we are women, we are a microcosm of society. We have the strength and we need to have the confidence to go out there and talk to people. Talk to people on the trains, on the buses, in the cafes, in the pubs, wherever you happen to go. Talk to them about politics. Don't be wrong. Talk to them about their hopes, their dreams, and the kind of society they want to live in. A society that genuinely cares for all and is proud to care for all, or a society where we tread over each other in order to gain something for ourselves. Those that founded our movement, those brave people that formed trade unions, formed political parties, gave great writings, they knew that at the end, the real strength was the strength of coming together, because in unity you achieve things. That's what gave us our National Health Service, that's what's given us the principles of our welfare state. And I think this election is vital in so many ways. Millions of people are coming to listen to us. Listen to what we have to say. Try and understand the message we're putting. We can go down the road of injustice, inequality, Me Tooism, and don't give anything about the rest. Or we can be a better society, a better country, playing a better role in the world, because we set the example that everybody, wherever they were born, matters. Everybody has hopes and aspirations for themselves, their family, and their community. This, my friends, is our chance. I ask you all, be strong, be a strong character, and join together so that we celebrate those that went before us. We have the hope and the strength to turn the 21st century into a century of vision and opportunity for all. We can win. We can build that better society, one that truly does work for the many, not the few. Over to you. Go out and win until the end.